Yo, what's up? Let me check these levels. How is that? Can you guys hear me better? Mm. Let me just get set up here. Test, test, test. Yo, hello! I know you. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Let's have a big chunky canvas. So I don't know how tonight's gonna go in terms of format, but I think I'm just gonna go down the chat at people's ideas and use my best judgment. So just to make sure that like no one, I don't know how much favorable like one-sided treatment you can have in a chat of like 10 people, but I'll do my best. Make sure that like depending on who comes in, at least one person like gets a doodle each. Is today Monday? I hope it's Monday. It is Monday. Are you all having a good Monday? Okay. I should have prepared a reference photos. That's what I should have done. Uh, First come, first serve. What the hell? So let me get. You think I would know how to draw all these monsters off the top of my head, but no. Actually, Shara, I have reference photos of Shara. Let me grab them. God, he's ugly. He looks cool, but he's monstrous. Thank you all for coming so you can watch me silently judge all my own reference photos. That'll be fun, right? Sneeze time. I'm sorry about that. Maniacal looking? Yeah, he looks cool. I think he's my favorite one of my favorite monsters. Like the sheer originality and gravitas behind his design is so cool. If you hear me sniffing a lot, I apologize. I took allergy medication to mitigate that, but I probably need surgery. So I'm doing my best. Let's see. Copy. That'll do. Flip you around. Noink. Grab your grabby hands. Oh good. I know now that the mic is catching all my sniffles. Yeah, I think I have like I know I have a deviated septum and no like nasal stuff runs in the family. I just need to go to a doctor. I'm also allergic to everything, so that's cool. And Pookie. I love Pookie. the devs sent out to make like a really emotive monster, and I think they totally got it. We'll just name these for. We'll pull them up. I should like put together a file that has references in it, right? That'd be smart. I'll start now. No time like the present. We'll make them smaller though. With the most intense stares. Who wins? Great Jagras or Sharish Velida? Hello. George. I'm gonna say George. Yes, okay. Thank you for coming, everyone. I'm gonna get started here. I'll try to remember to put everything on a different layer so I can repost it later. Doodle number 1. You can be red. Sorry, I know that everyone likes it when the mic gets hit. Okay. That's quite an intense line. That's not my favorite brush. You tricked me. Here we go. Beat the devil out of that mic. Devil be gone from this mic. He's such a weird looking. He's like birdie, but he's also not. He looks very human, honestly. It's all in the teeth. And I guess this is farther back. There it is. That's the one. And the teeth don't come out up top. My bad. He's like, ugh. Tell you what. I'll do a sketch layer. So I can just get a better handle on this. Hi, David. Uncanny Valley? Yeah, he just has like humanoid features in some places, and he's very alien looking. Oops. And he's got like hollow eyes. He's just creepy. How's the Tigrex coming along? It's uh, it's going great. I'm procrastinating on it right now. I think I'm gonna be working on it tomorrow after the daily job hunt. Nope, it's still catching my sneezes. I have asked. Not I have asked. People have asked me if I would stream drawing the Tigrex. And I'll think about it. I think it would be hard to draw that kind of thing on camera. And the other thing is that I use a light box for a lot of the work on it, and I don't want to open up the floodgate for people calling me a cheater when every artist uses a light box. I don't even know where his eye would be on here. And it's like, because I use the light box, I have to turn the lights on and off all the time. So I would need a camera that's good at like low light and stuff like that. That is definitely not where his eyeball goes. What do his eyeballs look like when they're forward? I guess I could have him looking to the side, but he can look forward. So that's misrepresentative of Shara. Yeah, I think it would just be hard to do it live. But I don't know, I'll think about it. Maybe I just have to prepare a really compelling argument. No, I'll have him want him to look like frustrated, like, I want to win. I might do that a bunch, move the mic just cuz I don't want to like I have to hold my breath a little bit so that I don't like breathe heavily into the mic. But maybe that should go away the more I get into this though. That seems to be the pattern of what happens. And then he's got the third eye. He's such a. One of the things that I love hate about Monster Hunter monsters is they have such like specific shapes and measurements that even if you're off by like a little bit, it kind of doesn't look like them anymore. They're very like delicately designed. If I'm looking over here, I'm just looking at reference photos on my other screen. He's so crazy looking. Okay, this is a good breakdown. But it doesn't want to rotate for me. Thanks. Who makes the Windows like photo viewing software? Who makes it so bad? Because it feels like they went out of their way to make a shitty photo viewing software. And it used to be so good. Like, am I crazy for saying that? You used to be able to do like crazy edits and all kinds of stuff. But now it's just like open the you can look at the photo. The slideshows don't work. The amount of edits is so small. And I don't know if that's because they don't want to compete with other editing softwares or what. But it's annoying. You know what else grinds my gears? Okay, I'm gonna make little round ones in the. I guess he'd be looking down because he's so tall. And they wouldn't do that. He's got like a strange rocky texture on his eyes. Like even his eyes are hard like a rock. Who's calling me out on not having beaten Shara? Is that you? I knew someone was gonna do it. Why does everyone know my dirty secret that I haven't beaten Shara? Surely it can't be because people asked me. No, I have not beaten Shara. I'm I'm I do this thing with so many games where I get to the end of the game and then I don't beat the final boss. It's like my worst habit. So I haven't beaten him, no. But I know I could. Like, I'm good at these games. But like no, I haven't done any of the post game in Iceborne or anything. I need to do that. I'm gonna give him a little more like beat it dude. I don't want help to beat him. I like to solo the main game. Like I'll play multiplayer when I'm just like grinding. An Elatrion I basically beat on my boyfriend's account. I didn't think he was that hard. I like him a lot. Anime protagonist style. No, it's just I don't. I like to play. I like solo. I like single player games. I don't like multiplayer. I am the person who's like leave me alone and let me play a game by myself, which is like fun. Wow. But I like single player games. If a game invites multiplayer or works around multiplayer, I think that's great. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just personally like to play by myself. Like it's not a question of getting help for it. Ironically, the only monster I'm ever like, please carry me through this is Tigrex. First 3 days? Wow. Have I played Monster Hunter? Yes. I've if people are like prove what well not prove but ask me what titles I've played. I've played World, Iceborne, Generations, Rise, Stories 1 and Stories 2. Um my brother tried to get me to play 4 and I was not about 4 and I wasn't about Generations either. Sorry. Sorry people who love Generations. Not those older ones are not for me. There we go. You thought Rise was a turd? Those fighting words. Rise is a wonderful game. Rise is a wonderful game, and it makes me so angry that hating it is the cool thing. Because it's not a bad game at all. There's nothing bad about the quality, there's nothing buggy about it. It's a beautiful game, it has a lovely soundtrack. The mechanics are fun. It's like maybe the opening of the game could be a little bit better structured so that it retains interest. But they probably made the opening of the beginning easier because people complain about the difficulty of World all the time. You know? And what I'm seeing with all the hate on Rise, it's funny because the industry is so saturated right now and everyone says there's a lack of creativity with it. Why can't we have new games? Everyone's making the same game. Well, they made a different game after World, and now everyone is complaining that Rise isn't World. You know? I wanted more of that thing I liked. Why didn't you give it to me? Because companies try to do that, and then you end up with everyone making the same game. The other thing is that, like, Rise is not localized very well, so you miss a lot of stuff from the Japanese version, which is a shame. But it's a fun game. And, if you are someone who enjoys shitting on Rise, you may want to ask yourself why. Because the game is not the problem with what I'm seeing in the community, and it makes me very disappointed. It's not a bad game at all. If I were on the B team at Capcom and I put that game out, like I would be so proud of myself. Aloha, hello there. I actually have Hawaiian relatives, believe it or not. I've always wanted to go there. Yeah, the outfits are beautiful. Our team killed it on Rise. I think Rise also has like the biggest monster roster of any of the games because they're getting better at like porting stuff in and making it easier and streamlining like stuff on the dev end. Like Rise offers so many things. I super don't understand the hate. I just thought that like the beginning of the game is very easy and that was a little boring. So it didn't want to keep me like continuing to play it. But I enjoyed it every time I played it. I wish they had done a little bit more with the wire bug because I expected that the it was going to be a really vertical game. You know, I thought we were going to be like climbing straight up super tall monsters because the mechanic feels like it's built for that. And I thought we were going to be getting like monsters like a Matsu way earlier. You breeze through it too fast. The story didn't strike me as grasping. The story is translated so badly. It's translated so badly, and it comes off really phony in the English version. Um, you're not mortal games with the enemy? Good. Have an open mind. And then, as far as how the game is actually made, it's like. It's so weird, right? Because people are hypercritical of games now. I guess they have more time to think about it, but people are so hyperbolic in their opinions about games that it's like even if they're well built, they'll be like, "No, I want to play Skyrim more," which is just like a craftless disaster on the dev end side of it. You know, and it's just like, don't, bro. It's a well-made game. You can't just be like, it's shit. It's shit because the beginning was easy. Come on, dude. It's This is a good piece of advice given to me by a wise person. It is easier to see fault than merit. Like, it's not. Anyone can pick out the flaws of something. It takes a lot more energy to see the merits of something. And I think we need a little bit more of that in the game reviewing circles or just the community in general. I hate how it's so cool to hate things. Like, come on. Yeah, the mechanics are cool. It's interesting because when I saw Rise, when I saw the first footage of Rise, I was like, oh, okay, so they're going. Monster Hunter's going in this direction where like siege weaponry and these gimmicky little things that move you around the map more are probably going to be the new hotness. And I saw it with like Fatalis's fight and like Zora Magdaros, and now Wild Hearts, which is out. Like that's the whole game. The whole game is like building siege weapons in the middle of the fight. That was sort of like the natural progression of how these games are innovating, and I think it's super cool. A little bit more flair to the fight instead of like big hammer. Not that I don't like big hammer, but it's, they got to keep it fresh. Yeah, there are things that I like about World more than Rise. Like that is true. And you you stating what those are is like absolutely fine. I'm referring less to the fact that like World was a better game and people talking about that, and more to the fact that people are so hyperbolic about shitting on Rise. Because it's not World and they wanted World, make World again. This is garbage. And it's like, it's not garbage. It's not even close. Be nicer. Does that look? No one ever sees Shara from the side, but I know that's not it. I think this is. I think that's closer. And I think this is more vertical and further down. Yeah, more like that. More weapon types. Sad glaive noises. Where I should have come out on all platforms. Well, it's hard for them to do that because they have a deal going with Nintendo on the handholds that says, we get the initial hype, which is a big deal from a business standpoint. It's a shame about there not being crossplay. That feels very But that's less on them and more like the the people in charge of the consoles behind the scene, because everyone who makes a game wants everyone to play it. They want it to be on the most platforms as possible. So, like, don't give Capcom shit for that. You know, they didn't get the deal. They like everyone has to be in on that deal for crossplay to work. Because if everyone can play everything on every console, then why should anyone buy your console? It's not a question of like we can't code it to work. It's a question of like Sony doesn't want to share, Nintendo doesn't want to share, that kind of thing. Uh, let me read. I have to read now. Traditional art. What's the biggest canvas I worked on? I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, like fighting games get away with crossplay because they have the smallest audiences in like the world. If you look at the amount of copies that fighting games sell, it's so tiny. Like like they never hit 1 million copies on anything. Like the best fighting games sold like 20,000 copies in Japan opening week. Like they're so small. So they kind of need crossplay to like stay alive, or they're not going to get their returns back. No one's going to play it. They're also very very simple games mechanically. They don't have to worry as much about it running differently at different times. There's easier solutions to that kind of thing, especially because it's only ever like two people. It's 2v2 or 1v1 equals 2. The biggest canvas I ever worked on. I went to an arts high school, um, a famous arts high school called LaGuardia in New York, where we have specialized programs for people who want to be artists, actors, musicians, singers, dancers, um, theater tech majors. And we put on really incredible plays and musicals every year. And one play that the seniors were doing one year was Dracula, like Bram Stoker's Dracula. And my buddy, a guy named Ricky, was playing Dracula. And there's a famous portrait of Vlad Tepes, who is the character that, well, he's the real person that Dracula, the character, is based on. And it's a very silly picture of a silly looking man with a hat. And someone came to me and they were like, "Hey, Beth, you're good at realistic art. Can you paint Ricky to look like Vlad Tepes?" This is the painting. It's amazing. Uh, And I did. I took Ricky, who was much handsomer than this guy, and I painted his face on a canvas that was like, I think as tall as I was, if not taller. So it would have been like, I think like a 7 foot tall portrait. And I wish they had let him keep it. I don't know what happened to it. I bet it's like it's either been destroyed by this point or it's like their treasured prop that lets the drama club keep putting on Dracula. And that was super fun to do. I enjoyed that. And then that was the largest canvas I painted on. If you want to talk about largest art I ever did, basketball watchers. If you watched the NBA playoffs in I think 2018 or 2019, I can look it up for you. NBA Heroes Wanted. Is it not going to tell me what year this was? 2019. Okay. I worked on. I'm 7 feet tall. Yes, yes. Don't ask me questions. I'm 7 feet tall. Uh, my friend from high school was the art director for an ad campaign for the NBA Heroes Wanted, where they drew all the players in like comic book style, and they did like live VFX on the screen, and they did like neat animations and stuff like that, which was super cool because that started a trend for like the NFL to do it and stuff like that. Um, the art is based on a very talented sports artist named Conrad Javier. And he had these beautiful drawings of all the players and stuff that he did for this ad campaign, but they weren't vectored art. So they could not easily be resized. So they needed people to take his art in like Photoshop and re-render it so that it could be printed on the sides of buses. uh, so something I rendered went on the side of a bus. But I worked on it on a computer screen. And then what did we talk after that? Guilty Gear Strive. Yeah, the FGC is super small. I love fighting games. Fighting games are my absolute passion. I adore them. I want to work on them. I want to make them forever. But no one plays them. No one buys them. So it's very much like if you're working on fighting games, it's cuz you love fighting games because they do not make money. That's probably why Arxis has to like crank them out constantly. And why like SNK's gone bankrupt like several times. It's because they don't make any money. It's so sad. It makes me crazy because like these incredibly talented people are making them. They're beautiful. They're so fun, but they can't compete with like the free to play game market. It's too big, and there's not enough to do in those games other than fight a guy like one on one, and then get your ass kicked, and then not want to play it anymore. Which is why I'm very hopeful for the new Street Fighter coming out, because it seems like they have found ways to make that to mitigate the fact that there has not classically been a lot to do in fighting games other than lose to someone in South America who's been playing KOF for 48 years. And I love them all. I love all fighting games. They all have like a different flavor and a different style and a different way they work. I love all the characters. I just love it. Yeah, Tekken always makes money. Guilty Gear, I think, did well because Strive came out when COVID was here. I don't know if it would have done better. if it had come out like in a week where there was more going on, honestly. Um, and I feel conflicted about Strive because I don't think that the devs liked it very much. There's not as much love in that game as there is in Zerd. And I think Zerd is like the definitive Guilty Gear, while Strive is like they didn't want to make it, but they had to. I've never played Horizon Dawn Zero and Forbidden West. Horizon Zero Dawn, Dawn Zero. They when I look at the game, it doesn't grab me. I don't like a lot of Western games because I feel like it's the same thing every time I pick the game up. Um, I have friends who like it, but I have a lot of like big blind spots in games I've played when it comes to Western games. And it's not because I went out of my way to do that, it's just because I looked at the game and I was like, oh, okay. Ooh, Fire Emblem. You know? Like I didn't play Last of Us. I looked at Last of Us. Like I watched someone else play it and was like, this is cool. I don't know anything about Last of Us 2. I didn't care to step into all the controversy around those games. Call of Duty, only watched it. Never played Fortnite. Don't care about shooters. The only shooter I ever, and I don't even know if it qualifies as a shooter game, was a game called Gun on Xbox, and that was like the only shooting game I ever beat. And I really liked that game at the time, but my understanding is that it's racially problematic, I think, nowadays. But I was like a kid when it came out, and I was just like, ooh, horses. That's why I played it. Like, I'll play cowboy games because I like horses. Unlocked memories of Gun. Yeah, Gun was lit. Gun was fun. I liked it. It couldn't have been that hard. I beat it when I was a kid. Although it may have had an easy mode. Maybe. Maybe might. Okay, you go. I'm gonna flip you around for simplicity's sake. Put you way up here. I bet Pookie is little compared to Shara. He's such a wee thing. Great mecha. Yeah, no, the creatures look cool. I really like Zazino's fan art of the creatures. And I like mech anime a lot, but they don't pull me in when it comes to video games. Like I like to watch mechs. Although I am playing a game called Trails of Cold Steel right now, and that has mechs in it, and that's my favorite game. That's my new favorite game. And when the mechs showed up, and I was like, yeah, punch. The old Xbox games, yeah, old Xbox was the wild wild west of gaming. It was so weird. Like we have like Munch's Odyssey and Morrowind, gun and questionable games. So I have friends who like they're young players on Xbox, and when they're like you should get an Xbox, I'm like and they're like why do you think that? Why do you feel that way? What happened? It's like cuz Xbox when I was a kid was like the weird console that you got if you were like a, a try hard or a I don't know, if you had no imagination. It sounds pretty mean to say, but I didn't like Xbox nearly as much as my PS2 or my GameCube. Doritos Crash Course? What on earth? Did they have a branded Doritos game? I gotta get that. I love Doritos. Get some breakfast. Yeah, do it, bro. See ya, dude. Like the Oddworld games are super strange. I played Munch's Odyssey a ton when I was a kid, and I can't tell you a thing about it. Other than I think that they brainwashed the world with soda. I think I think that was the plot of the game, and they were wiping out the the little Munch guys because they were eating them or something. I think that was it. Because I only remember like solving puzzles and the opening cutscene of that game where this guy is like, "Don't think, drink," and then that's like Abe's people, and then Munch shows up and he's like, "My name is Munch. At one time, there were lots of us. Now I can't find nobody, buddy." And it's like I don't understand what he's saying. And then people are like, "Go hit the switch," and it's like one of those games where it's just like, "What is happening?" It's like we don't need to explain it. It's a game. Just go. You just go. It's one of those just go games. No, I have to draw a more profile because that's what I did with Mr. Ishvalda. Excuse me, Senior Ishvalda? Zelda's my favorite gaming franchise. I know that people who are here for Monster Hunter may be surprised to say that, to hear me say that it's my favorite. I play Ocarina of Time every year. You still have your old Xbox? I think I have mine too at my family's house. I think all the old consoles still work except for I think we had to buy two PS3s. PS3 is a hunk of junk. I think the first one died and then we had to get a second one. I think. But yeah, I love Zelda. Zelda's my favorite. The whirring, yeah, oh man. It sounds like a car engine. So nostalgic though. Like nostalgia alone, I love the old Xbox. I think Morrowind was my favorite Xbox game. Like, if I look back and I think about what game I played the most, it was probably Morrowind. I never beat it, but I liked like dicking around in it. It's like walking back and forth from Balmora to Seydanine. PS2, I miss the PS2. I miss good Final Fantasy games. That's a hot take. 14 is a good game, or at least it is now. Like I played through the latest expansion of 14 last fall, and it was wonderful. It had that magic I loved in the older games. 100%. So did Shadowbringers, which was the expansion before it. This is the part of the music where it goes away. Hmm. There we go. 14, not 13. I'm not gonna sit here and die on a hill defending 13. 13's not a bad game, but it doesn't do it for me. Because if you're someone who loves Final Fantasy for like the plot and the characters, it's not there. It's not there in that game. It's it's a plot disaster. I drew it on the wrong layer. Of course I did. I'm normally pretty good with my layers, mostly, sometimes. But, being on a stream makes you lose track of stuff. I can't focus. I'm thinking about Morrowind. I'm trying to think about how the army is no match for Nora. That is a 13 joke, just in case. Hmm. There we go. Hooray! We made it through 1 all. Maybe I can give this a little more feeling. Okay. We did it. We made it through one doodle. Yay. Let me scroll up and see if I missed any. Needs more strain. Yeah. Well, you're right. 14 is hard to get into at this point because it's so big and it's been so long, but it is like the MMO for people who want to have a single player experience. The problem with 14 is that it's both the best and the worst game I've ever played because the expansions are incredible. They get better and better and better, but the base game is so bad. They've made quality of life changes to it that allow you to like skip most of it, and you can buy a story skip for like $10 to just like skip it, but then you won't know who any of the characters are, which sucks. And you might be able to like watch recap videos on YouTube to like get you up to speed. It's so boring. It's so fetch questy. I haven't played it since they fixed a lot of it, but I was like about to break up with my boyfriend because he wanted me to play it with him, and it was so boring. I would fall asleep playing it. It was miserable. It wasn't fulfilling in any way. I was like, I don't want to spend my time getting through this boring padded nightmare because it is padded. What makes it not fun is how padded it is. It's like walking back and forth, clicking through blocks of text that don't matter, doing fetch quests that don't matter just because they had to put things into the game to make you play it because they just had to because the launch of the game was an utter disaster and they did that stuff to make it more playable like 10 years ago. So they've cut a lot of it, but I bought the story skip for the post, like the second half of the base story, the post game of the base story, because I was like, I can't take it anymore. I hate it. I hate it so much. And then when I walked into the first expansion, I didn't know who any of the characters were, and then there is a major death in the first expansion that, everyone cries over because it is very sad and it's a very beloved character. But I was like, who is this guy? Which, looking back, I think it's a bit of a crime that I feel that way about that character because he's like the favorite character in the whole game. And like, who's this guy? Why is he taking bullets for me? What the heck? You know? Oh, help me. I don't know where your ideas are. Hmm. This is amazing. You guys have been like talking to me instead of just barraging me with things you want. Amazing. That's pretty cool. That makes me feel warm and fuzzy. I can't sing. Gotta remember not to sing. You know what? You can just give me ideas now, and if you posted it already, say that. I trust you. You regret never playing FF? You should get pick up an FF. My favorite is FF10. It's not for everyone, but it is my favorite, and I think it's a wonderful game. It is turn based. If you don't like turn based combat, wait for 16. I think 16 will be very good. Um, yeah, having to pay monthly for it. Well, what I do is I buy like I get the subscription for like 1 month and then I just like let it run out because I have no money in the account and then it just like ends and then my character's there when I go back. Yeah, it's a monthly subscription, which sucks. Kodor is so good. It's really good. I was watching a video about how games suck now and I turned to my boyfriend. I was like, "Remember KOTOR?" So good. I forgot that I bought a drink for tonight. I'm gonna crack it open. Submit your doodle ideas to the chat. Okay, don't kill myself drinking this. What am I having? That's a good question. A wine product. I'm having wine product because I'm a classy lady. It's one of those like canned wines. Underwood. Is it is it founded by Carrie Underwood? That would be funny. I don't know, but I'm not like a wine drinker, but it's in a can and I like cans, so I'll try it. Like adults in the chat, don't be disgusted with me, but I like White Claw. Sorry. I have more respectable tastes in other things than alcohol. Love me a can of wine product. Yeah, I think they're fine. I'm yeah, White Claw. Key of Destiny 99. White Claw is like a the the Chad canned alcohol drink out here. It's like LaCroix, but it's got a little more sugar and alcohol in it, making it bearable. LaCroix is terrible. It's like seltzer. It's like seltzer flavored seltzer with alcohol in it. I like them though. The Chad. Brachydio sneezing. Okay. Okay. Who submitted the first idea? Should I put your should I put your names under the thing? I should protect anonymity, right? I think I will. I'll know. That was the only Space Moose. And now this is SSJ for man gaming. You. Who else but you? A Brachydios. Brachydios is a you won't find anything shaped like Brachydios in the world. He's got a very original outline. He's so unique looking. Crazy unique. Like, man, they got some amazing monster designs out of these games. Like, absolutely phenomenal. I could never come up with Brachydios. I'm a hack. Like, you just won't. Like, he's so cool. He's so cool and nothing looks like him. Ever. He's got more in common with, like, a plane than any kind of creature in the world. Yeah, me too. I didn't. I had only seen, like, tiny little pixelated pictures of him in the background of something. New one. I need more. I want pictures of Brachydios. Like J. Jonah Jameson, my way to better reference pictures. And then Brachydios takes photos of himself and he gives them to me, pretending that he's not Brachydios. He's actually Clark Kent. Mild mannered news reporter, Clark Kent. That needs to be a thing now. He looks like he's got a superhero ness to him because of the arms. I mean, he's just as real as any superhero, so he seems like a creature that would choose vigilantism if he could. He seems like a monster that would struggle to fit into society, right? He'd be like, I can't just work at a desk 9 to 5. It's not me. And people, well, you'd better get a job, Bracky, or you're out of the house. You're out of the house at the end of the month. And he'd be like, what am I gonna do? And then he gets bitten by a radioactive Brachydios himself. But then he has explodey arms. His arms weren't nuclear and exploding before. They were just like stubs. He was just Brack. And then he gets the power of Dio, the enemy stand, and then he's able to do all this. Whoa, there M Night. Oh, I wish I could use that on people. you know, all what's the word? All incredulously, like, whoa there, M Night. I don't, but I've never talked to anyone. I don't get a chance to. Mm. Destroys every building, accidentally trying to catch the villains. Yeah, absolutely. I love Decifiroa. I can't pronounce it. Please don't clip that. I love that monster. He's so cool. I know what you're talking about because I Google him all the time, and I'm like, Monster Hunter cool metal dragon. And he's always like next to Kushala in the search engine, right? But that's totally my kind of monster. Like a big metal dragon with like segmented plate armor and big horns. Love him. 4 legs. He didn't become a two-legged Pokemon when he evolved. He doesn't look like a dude now. He's not literally a man in a gorilla costume with a drum. He's a cool metal dragon and he's proud of it. I don't even think Brachydios has like nostrils. I think he just has like a crease here where you would expect a nostril to be. I might have his 3D model. I can look. I can look and we can solve the mystery together. Mm-hmm. Reporting to HR? Please don't. This is a safe space, not an HR space, which is what HR is supposed to be, but HR is not always in people's best interests, is it? Like they're not there to be like your advocate. They're there to keep the company out of trouble, right? Let's see. Do I have Brachydios? Maybe. He's not here. I don't have Brachydios. I'm sorry. So, I'm so sorry that we can't close the mystery on Brachydios' nose today. It'll have to be another day. Whoops. Did that show up? Okay, yeah, it totally showed up. Oh no, you can see all my tabs. Ah! Small companies where the HR department is the owner. Yeah, basically. He's like Alatrion's big brother. That sounds awesome. Bracky getting frustrated at his desk. But I can't get the accounts done by Friday! uh, I'm in a Facebook group where during peak COVID when I was super into World, just because people were so bummed and the world was such a scary place, I would go in and be like, "Hey, I'll just draw Monster Hunter Doodles. You know, give me something to draw. I'll draw it for you. I'll draw your jokes." And so like today is sort of a callback to that, right? But I find that something that people ask for a lot is like the monsters from the game, but like as salarymen. I guess that's like the joke, you know? It's just like you're a brachydios. You can't be an accountant. You big silly. You big gorilla. It was sort of like universal how everyone thought that was like such a that's where it's at. Like one of my recurring characters is Boss Harag instead of Goss because it's funny. it's and he's like shaped like a person. So it's like little salaryman Boss Harag. And he's constantly like getting dunked on at work, even though he does a good job, despite being a Goss Harag. It's really funny to just like draw that expression on a businessman. Straighten this out. I like Brachydios because he's got good angles. He's very he's easy to see sort of because like the lighting on him is so sharp. Hey, don't do that. No, Bo, that's rude. You're gonna hurt people. You're gonna hurt people's ears. No. Sorry, he heard something. Uh, hey, I thought we let it go. Bobo, don't. He's a good boy. He just barks. His big scary bark. And now he's doing like the quiet bark. I actually love when dogs do that. It's like the when they're like, yeah, just try it. I know you're there. You won't get away with this. I may have been caught in the chase, but I'll catch you red-handed. Stop doing that. I think he just went to go investigate. Frontier, yeah. Frontier is cool. Spitting the gunk, yeah, he's gunky. He's more congested than I am. You feel better? Oh boy. It wants to make a PB&J but can't open the jars, yeah. That would make me mad too. Uh, yeah, Rajang in a mundane job, just like Mr. Incredibling his 9 to 5. He can't smash his clients. Can I draw? Yes, I can draw Kami Nogur again. Everyone loves Kami Nogur. Hang on, I'm gonna let my dog sit on the porch because I know he'd like that and it's hot. Now you can hear me. Yes, he's got like the Yankee pompadour. I think he's supposed to have like a thugginess to him. It's totally intentional. Like everything about him is supposed to look a little violent. He's not exactly the guy who's gonna like talk stuff out. Much like Rajang. Rajang is a similar vibe. I think his texture is super cool. He looks like hardwood. Like he looks so solid, like almost like he's made of rock. That's something that's like really special about Monster Hunter monsters is how like they look like if you had a hammer made out of this creature, it would be the hardest thing in the world. It would be harder than steel. Like it's part of the whole rationalization to like hunt them, right? Is like you need those materials. Iron and leather ain't gonna cut it. That doesn't go. And this is one piece. He does have a tongue. It's a shame that unless you go deep diving for these monsters 3D models, they have like really detailed tongues because the ecology is built into every inch of these monsters and what they eat is included. And it's like their tongue textures match their diets, which is such an extra level of of polish and creativity that's so wild. Like Tigrex has like barbs on his tongue, but you can't see him. I don't know that there's anyone in the game that even has that in like flavor text somewhere. But of course he would need that. Is this his nose? Is the thing on his head perhaps his nose, and that's why Brachydios doesn't have nostrils? I could find out. You need to sharpen the hammer. Some of the hammers have a point on them. They've got like, you know, have you guys ever been hit with like metal that had a sharp edge? It hurts. It does well to that if you're it'll it'll break the skin for sure. We all know it's a game mechanic. It's like they got to be able to reuse that animation. There's is there 14 or 16 weapon types? Like that's crazy. Oops. I could actually call and ask someone. Maybe Google can tell me. Oh, all I found was a redesign of him that I'm disappointed in. I'm about to like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire call a lifeline and be like, is Brachydios' head thing his nose? They need to add tonfas. Are you like the monk guy? It's Rand. Rand, please. There's children in this chat, maybe. Unlikely. Hmm. Did you not get to Brachydios? There's. I'm realizing now, and I know that you're trolling me, that if I explain that no, it's an organ that slime comes out of on his head, that sounds so much worse. This was a perfectly calculated troll. Get out of here. Look at you, upset Bo. Uh, we're gonna call it a horn. We're gonna call it a tasteful spike. Bro, you let the background noise in. Go fix that. 1 second, thank you. Hmm. Oops. Thank you. I was just saying how, yes, it looks like he has vents for nostrils, and if you tried to breathe through them, you would be having the time I'm having, which is not a good one, especially for a gigantic animal that presumably needs lots of oxygen. Thank you for the mic check. Man, maybe I need to like put bright colors on my mic. If I don't have like teal in the corner of my eye, something is wrong. I'm gonna give him sort of an emote, even though he has like super spiky mouth. Like tight sneezy mouth. As much as I can. As much as I know how to do, I should say that. Maybe I'm not the best visual communicator for this. You know what? No, he wouldn't. I don't think he would try to. He's probably a loud ass sneezer. He's probably that person who's just like, achoo! And then they're like, I can't help it. And it's like, what do you mean you can't help it? Make your mouth smaller. That's interesting, right? When people are like, I can't help the way I sneeze. And you're like, but I'm doing it. The biggest dad sneeze, yeah. My mom sneezes louder. My mom has like soprano ass sneezes. They're super loud. We'll post correct his sneeze mouth. How about that? Let's just keep moving on. What am I drawing after this? Did anyone put out an idea? I trust you guys to manage yourselves right now. Who's next? Mr. Space Moose and uh whose idea was this? Maybe I should put your names on it. Mm. This is harder than I thought. Like having to look to check a chat. It was you? Okay. This Kamino Zenogre. Perfect. Do I still have no audio? No, that was old. Okay. Oh no, Grandma sneezes opera. Yeah. That sounds it sounds a little more annoying than endearing. Wow. I remember I had like teachers when I was a kid who were like really old ladies, and I was always like, oh my god, am I gonna sound like this when I'm older? And yep, I am. Unfortunate, but everyone gets old. I'm gonna move you. Did I not select? I didn't. Oh, I put a line around it like an idiot. Okay. Now I can do it. And I drop my wrist guard. Where shall we put this? Yeah, I want to look up whether this is like an unrelated thing that he has, which it most certainly is. I don't need to look that up, but whether it's his nose or not. He just has like a missile on his head. Right? His father was a missile. Pika sneeze. Achoo. Yeah, I try to have small sneezes. Everyone share your strategic ways to cover up sneezes in the chat. I'm gonna pull this down and make it a little smaller. No, I'll make all of them smaller because this is a way bigger head than the one next to it. There we go. I think that's good. That looks a little better. I'll do that too. And this was the correct one. Not goo, chew. We'll just put like boom. Wonderful. Okay. There. That'll be Doodle 2. I did not click that, but I definitely did. You had an idea? Do you want to change it? Yay! farting loud so no one realizes you've committed an embarrassing sneeze. You are a man with your priorities in the right place. 2000%. Pro tip for anyone. This is my gift to you for coming today. If ever you have to sneeze and you can't, look at a bright light. That is a real thing. It will help you sneeze. It'll trigger some kind of like nerve behind your eyes that allows you to sneeze. Um, it is real. It is not superstitious. They train pilots on it because they have to stare at the sky all freaking day. Um, and my friend told me that years ago, and it changed my life. I've never had like a sneeze that didn't come out ever again. It's wonderful. I sneeze freely and proudly. So next time you get stuck, look at a bright light. Look at the sky. Look at like a light indoors. Like shine your phone in your eyes. Whatever you gotta do. I think it helps a little bit more if you look up, but I'm not sure if that's backed scientifically or if that's just me. Hinoa saying skill issue. What does skill issue look like in body language? Do you think she'd be nice about it, or like incredulous, or sassy, or would she be like hand up, like skill issue, like dismissive? What do we think? Which one is Hinoa? There's like there's like a funny one, and then there's like a serious one. Which is which? Don't. Don't do that. I'm laughing so hard because I know people who that's happened to. And it was horrible and traumatizing for them. But goddamn, if they didn't get the best story out of it. Yeah. I remember I used to watch SourceFed, and Joe Beretta had a story where he talked about like how he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fart as a joke," and then he shit his pants, and he had to walk into like his friends were walking on the street, and he was like, "I gotta go to the bathroom," and he stops in a bar, and he like put his underwear in the tank of a toilet. I miss SourceFed. I was so sad when they got bought out. Using one of her papes, a pamphlet, that's a skill issue. I gotta start printing those. Walk into a GameStop and just speak my mind. The truth is, if someone has a skill issue, you can tell them nicely. But you know, people are busy, so get good. But papers. Well, tell me, is which one is the serious one, and which one is like the one who fantasizes about eating? Which is the dongo girl? Not like the one who makes the dongo, but the one who's like, oh, I just want to eat. Because that one was my favorite. The one who was just like, I could do anything for a BLT. Hand them out to anyone returning to Dark Souls. What if I'm gonna call a lifeline. I'm gonna call a lifeline. Yeah, I'll do it. That'll be fun. I am the hungry dongo girl at heart. Bro, aren't we all? The hungriest of hippos. Hi, Bryn, you're on stream. Which of the twins in Rise is the serious one? And which is the funny one? Hinoa is the serious one? Minato's the serious one, and Hinoa is the one that wants to eat. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Okay, so Minato's the serious one. Which girl were you thinking of? That'd be really funny if I started drawing one twin, and then someone was like, "No, that's the wrong girl." They look the same. Why aren't you including her feet? Yeah, I don't know who's who either. Bren cameo, yeah. Does he sound like me? Let's see, Minoto. Does that mean that like Hinoa was the first to get possessed? And then her sister was like, "I'm worried about her. She keeps getting possessed." Hmm. That girl, she's got a weak spirit. Yes, this is definitely the serious one. You can tell because she's got an extra rope. Minoto is two ropes, indicating a stronger will. Because rope equals will, and if you have two of them, you're serious. And if you have one, you're a flake. Key of Destiny 99. Did you want me to draw the serious girl, Minoto? Or Hinoa, the lunch enthusiast? It doesn't matter because everyone in Kimura is family, ultimately. Rope does not equal hunger. I'm gonna walk out of here and be like, "Dude, I got a long rope. What's for dinner?" And he's gonna be like, "What the hell? What are you talking about?" The more sassy one. Well, I didn't ask about sassiness. Now we're stuck. I think it's Minoto, though. Minoto has the lance. Does that matter? Goji Moji! Yes! Okay, Goji. Goji, help us out. Um, Key of Destiny for his doodle was gonna be like Kaminoger, but then he wanted one of the girls saying skill issue. And I asked which girl, and we're trying to figure out which girl is more appropriate here. Hinoa has more confidence? What? Is she confidently stupid? Sticks with the skill issue thing. It's very important because who says what has meaning to people. If Foot Dude 99 on Instagram tells me that I suck at drawing, I don't care. If at the real Yusuke Murata goes to my Instagram and says I suck, it hits different. So, and this is chill, this is casual. I want everyone to be happy with their doodle. Like, how is he gonna feel if he shows this doodle to people? And he's like, "Look, it's Hinoa saying skill issue," and his friends are like, "Bro, but that's Minoto's catchphrase, bro." And he's like, "Oh, I only had one chance to ask it. No." At food tonight. Bro, if a foot dude came in here right now, I would lose it. That would be incredible. And then like, wrist guy XOXO is like, "Bro, what about me?" It's like, "No, wrist guy, leave. Get out." Draw Neko arc saying skill issue. No, it's a Monster Hunter stream. I'll do Melty Blood? Fate slash Melty Blood. Natsuverse. Another day. Are we getting like deep into character now? I'll just in the meantime. My pen is gone. Where, why won't it do? Actually, that's a good question. Pen no draw? Pen no draw? Oh, I have a eraser equipped. It was a skill issue in the end. He's trolling me. Did you read any of my notes on the twins? He didn't send me notes on the twins. Don't do that. Oh, you gotta go. Have a good night. So thank you so much for coming. I'll give you a doodle next time. I'll remember it was you. 100%. Thank you. Anything you want. Thank you so much. With his horn. I did the ultimate Fatalis drawing. I gave him the no. I gave him the Bugs Bunny no. I'm halfway to animating it, like fully. That's one of my most successful pieces as an artist. Like, people all around the world have seen my art. Do you want to see what I'm talking about? Do you want to see my most successful piece? Like, what I contributed to society as an artist? My legacy? Here it is. I'm actually... I love this one. I don't feel bad about it at all. I'm so happy that people have gotten to use it, and you know, because it's mean to put people down. But when you have an image of like of meme Fatalis being like, no, that hits a little softer. That's why I made it, is because like I saw the community sort of like tearing each other apart, and it's like you can't stop people from doing that. How can you mitigate it? Cushion the blow, make it cute. Market bullying better. And don't hurt people. Okay, did we decide which girl? You totally did. Shut up. Don't do that. He sent me Dodo Gamma facts 2 nights ago, and that was amazing of him, but he did not send me notes on the twins. I think Minota would say skill issue. Because she normally puts herself down. Discuss the power of skill issue. As a one-liner, as a sentence directed in any direction. I did an Elatrion? Did I do an Elatrion meme? I did a Elatrion holding a dollar around a corner. I really wanted to do a... I'm not gonna do the motion, but you know, like parakeets do like this. I did the motion. I had a gif of a parakeet like doing that, and I wanted to draw a Elatrion doing that because I thought it was so cute. And Elatrion is very beaky, and I thought it would be really cute. Elatrion. Coin flip time? Yeah. Key of Destiny 99. You've got to pick a girl. This is riding on you. This is your doodle. Low tier god like... Okay, so FGC people, years ago, there was a video of low tier god getting slapped. And I have several witnesses of it who have discussed it in front of me. And when I went looking for the video, I cannot find it anywhere. There's no trace of it. But I know it happened because several witnesses who never spoken to each other about it knew about it. I can't find it anywhere. If you have footage of Low Tier God getting slapped, please message it to me. One, for my personal satisfaction. Two, so I can send it to people who I have claimed my friends have seen it, so they won't make me a liar. And I have several theories about why we cannot find it. One is that the video of what's his face? I love him. The kid who told him to wash the taste of his dick out of his mouth. Like we all perceived that through our cognitions as Low Tier God getting physically slapped. Like Mandela effect, during that encounter, Low Tier God actually got like Batista bombarded, Batista slammed, um, or or he was slapped in another video and he's made sure that we can't find it. There are several people, yeah. I think your buddy might be trolling you. But yeah, my boyfriend says he saw it, and my buddy in Staten Island says he saw it, and they had not talked to each other. You're Goji, you're gonna find out I did send you notes on the twins last night. I feel really bad. I am not putting my Discord on my stream. You did not send me notes on the twins. You sent me notes on Dodogama and pictures of Rathalos because you're a PogChamp. I believe that he sucks. I believe that he's like a terrible human being who is. His claim to fame is how much he annoys people, which is so like, bro. You don't have any better way to contribute to society? Like, come on. There you could be doing more good. You could. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna let my dog out of here because it's hot in the room. And I can see that it's hot because I feel hot and I see myself sweating on the camera. Give me a hot second. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I want to do something about this mic thing and my short attention span. Mike F's. Yes. Did you call me a silly goose? How dare you? Doesn't read what I send. Talked about the Coral Palace and Urashima Taro. He's trolling me. He's trolling me to Google Urashima Taro, which I will because I'm an idiot. Let's go. Who is that? I'm gonna be so ashamed when I find out who that is. Oh, it's a myth. A Japanese fairy tale. Your grammar is fine, dude. I know what you're saying. Just because you wrote Mick instead of Mike, it's like there's no such thing as a Mick. Unless you mean like Mickey Mantle or Mickey Mouse or other Micks. Multiple Micks, but not Mikes. But no one would say Mick out of context. You're good. I always get you. And we've chosen Minoto? Minoto? Minoto, final answer. I'm gonna draw Minoto, and then he's gonna be like, I meant the other one. And the only difference will be that I'll have to delete one of those hunger ropes. Yeah, they are twins. Fugan would say skill issue. He wouldn't even look at you. Well, he might look at you. I don't know if the Admiral would. Are they cousins? Right? They're cousins? That's how they're related? Dog? Yeah. Slapped by Devil Joe's chewed tail. No, okay, yes. I'm just reviewing the chat. Really sorry. Yeah, Fugan definitely shit talks you. I love Fugan. Fugan's my favorite character in Kimura, other than Thrash Lord Utsushi. Utsushi seems like he'd be very nice. Like he seems like a genuine dude. Okay, I'm out of alcohol, but it shouldn't affect the drawing. Watch like an hour from now, I've drawn like this crooked ass smiley face with elf ears, and I'm like, thank you so much for coming to the stream. This is your favorite girl, Hinoto. Alright, Minoto, let's do it. Best girl, Hinoto. Minoto. I believe Minoto is the name of the village in Wild Hearts. What's like a terrible build in Rise that I can draw? What's like give me a charge build, even though they're playing Honeyhorn or something. There's your brain box and the jaw and the neck and the shoulders and this will be our stand-in, the skill issue. Let me make this canvas a little bit bigger. Although these are I shouldn't make this bigger. I should make the doodle smaller because these are enormous. Like if we take doodle 1. Yeah, this is 1700 by 1600 pixels at 300 dpi. Like that's enormous. I can tell you what that is in inches. And then also centimeters, right? Not copy that. Let's find out. That's 5 by 5 inches, 14 by 13 centimeters. That's like a pretty big drawing for a sketch. For a digital sketch, anyway. There we go. I was talking to a guy who wanted a commission yesterday, and I was like, "How big do you want the drawing?" And he was like, 800 by 800. And I was, "You can have it bigger, dude." That's very small. You are now Doodle 3. We're taking your crown, putting it on layer 1, and you are the fake Doodle 3. You must perish. I said Doodle 3. Thank you. Checking on the chat. A life or death choice. It is. Like, which generic twin character do you want? It all comes down to this. Only Space Moose, I have to look deep at these emojis. Are these tentacles or a roller coaster? And then a baby crying. Alright, I've decided they're tentacles. The dimension in like Linux? In Lie? The dimension in Lie? If there's not LI, I won't tell you. But we can check. Because you know Clip Studio has it all. Mm-hmm. No, I can't tell you in live. Hem. Is that a 3D term I should know? Oh, Chinese Li? Yeah. It's Jiu by Ba. Yeah. Jiu by Ba. 9 by 8. Hi, Nick. What's up? Let's see. Minota, where are you? A lot of these pictures of them leave out their feet, and that's pretty funny to me. Because they have like the dragon feet. She's gonna go right here. And she's gonna be like really unamused. Like half paying attention, like you should have iframe, bro. We can put the skill issue a little further to the left here. Mr. Skill issue. And we'll probably have to shrink Minoa by the end of this, but that's fine. Maybe she can be like I imagine they read reports a lot. I bet a lot of Monster Hunter, the part that you're not playing is like paperwork, right? Because of the guild and stuff and all the systems in place with that world. Been chilling, watching you draw. Yeah, go get some food, dude. Foot guy 99. Oh my god, is Foot Guy 99 gonna be a legacy here? He'll be like a recurring character, like huge man from I'm on observation duty. It'll be that level of known. What's like the body language for when someone has a skill issue? Is it, you know, I imagine it's very dismissive. Like she'll be sitting to the side. She'll be like, "Don't bother me with your shitty skill." Like I'm talking to hunters who like know how to play the game and make a build. You have like bow skills on your hammer build and it's embarrassing. Everyone in Kimura is family except for you. Like just like bored, right? Like what does bored look like? Like she's fed up with your shit. All you do is shit rise in your waking hours and tell people like the base game was too easy, like the post game is bullshit. And she's just like skill issue. Actually, I think that's pretty funny. Everyone here in Kimura is family except you. Because they're so like welcoming in the beginning of the game, and they put so much like value on the community for her to be like, "Bro, leave." Is such a dichotomy to what that whole game is about. Nonchalant, why am I even here? Yeah. She's just like, I wish someone else would take your case, bro. I do think their feet are cute. They just have like not human feet. They're very easy to draw. Feet are notoriously hard to draw. Like you think that hands are hard? Pfft, bro, try feet. You're cringe with that weak ass armor set. That's funny. I made a meme when the Mandalorian came out called the Randalorian, and it's just like it's the Boba Fett looking guy with like a set that doesn't make sense, and it's like those are the people that you play online with when you hit random at like 6 p.m. on a weekday. It's just like, oh my god, this longsword user in my group is wearing a skill for longbow that he doesn't know. He either doesn't know or doesn't care that this is not for longsword. We asked you 10 cards ago to leave, yeah. She's just like, I don't know you. Leave. You're making my sister really uncomfortable. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Like, I don't want to be mean, but some people who play these games definitely have skill issues. Mm-mm. Like, you gotta learn the game, dude. And you don't need to be, like, mean about it, but these games do require, like, a minimal amount of understanding in order to, like, contr- I'm hiccuping, contribute to, like, a team setting and being able to fulfill the objective and stuff. Like, my brother is super good at clearing a Latreon. He's really good at it. He was one of the people who, like, beat it day one. Um, and I had, like, some Facebook friends who were like, hey, we really need, like, help. We can't clear it. And my brother was like, oh, I can help them. Like, give me my info. I'll set it up. And then these dudes went in to go clear a Latreon with him, and they didn't know how to use a radial menu. And my brother was just like, set items to the radial menu, hit the stick, and they were like, oh yeah, this is easier. And I was just like, oh, bro. That's rough. That's why you can't clear him, is because you don't know the basic tools that the game provides for you, which is a shame. You would be having a better time if you were better at the game. It's easy to miss stuff in the tooltips and all this kind of stuff, but like there's a lot of resources available to you. And you don't need to like take it personally, just it's a video game. Learn how to learn what you're doing wrong and then just jump into the next party knowing what you know now. Now it's hard to read. Uh like clearing the whole can made it difficult to read. It's like when my bangs get in my eyes, that's my whole vision now. Stop calling me out like that. You're not bad at games. I've seen the games that you play. Feet are hard to draw. Like, don't feel bad about that. They're like a really strange shape that you don't see a lot. And it's strange because a lot of their structure is fat, not bone. So it's just like rendering it out and how it interacts with other objects is really strange and unusual. Because it's like hands are solid, feet are not. I'm just too lazy to learn the different weapons, but I am starting to use the greatsword. You don't have to learn every weapon. You just need to learn your favorites. It's not something to be like, you don't need to complete every monster with every weapon in the whole game. You just need to play it how you want to. That guy was wearing health boost 5 or yeah. My brother is here so he can tell me, yeah, I think it was the guy who was wearing health boost 5. I remember hearing about that guy wearing a set where he had pieces on that were like past the skill cap. And I was just like, oh boy, just go for a one-hit build with it. Yeah. Are there one-hit builds in Monster Hunter? Would you mind sharing what they are? I would love to hit the monster once and win. And not just Jagras. I think it's funny when people are like, I'm a speedrunner, and then they post their run of like hitting the first Jagras that you fight with a great sword. And it's like, cool, dude. Yeah, wow. That is a thing though in I'm sorry for coughing, the speedrun community where it's like all of your records are in like really easy missions. I guess like yeah, you did them faster than everyone, but they weren't hard. I super don't like care about speedrunning. I'm not endorsing it at all, but I know that that's just a thing to be aware about in the community. What it builds seem to be for the monsters only, yeah. I've never fought Safi Jiva. I think I did like once, but not in a way that was like a proper run. I think I ran in and let my brother take aggro. I was just like, ooh, red dragon. Neat. But like I never did that mission properly. These should just be over here. They should not be like bending as a line. And then she's got a cool waist armor. That would protect your waist, probably. I would feel safe in that. My waist would anyway, not my face. I think if monster hunting were like a real career choice that I could get into, I wouldn't do it. That's my hot take. My hot take is that I would not hunt monsters if I were able to. I'll make her boobs nicer, I'm sorry. But I am gonna make that body language like I don't care. Because why would you straighten up and have perfect posture for a dude who has health boost 5? Not that I'm implying that any of you have like health boost 5, but it's just funny. It's just funny. Also, like girls don't care what your builds are. And I only say that because I have gotten DMs from people who are like, check out my build, check out my speed run. And I'm just like, I don't know you, dude. And they're like, aren't I good at Monster Hunter? And it's just like, I don't know who you are, dude. I'm not gonna watch your speed run. Yeah. That's not like social commentary. That's just like that's straight up advice. I'm not gonna draw Minoto like straight up with her boobs out for a skill issue over here. This guy is running a set that complements 3 different weapons 10%, like 1,000% of that. It's like Sex Panther. What is that? It works like 50% of the time all the time. I forget the numbers on Sex Panther from Anchorman. You would fight and slay every single last mulberry. Like, yeah, Nullberry. Mulberry's a real berry. Mulberries are delicious too. I used to live with a dog breeder in New Jersey, and she had a mulberry tree in the backyard that you could just pick berries off of and eat, and they were delicious. And that was my first experience with like, you can eat fruit. You can eat fruit off of a tree. You don't have to go to a store. Blew my mind. Hi, Libor, Mr. First Time Chat. Join the village chef. Yes. I would be in the kitchen 100% too. I don't even like cooking, but it's just less deadly. Presumably. Chill and chow all day. Yes. I would be the size of a house, and I would love my job. Dude, the food in Monster Hunter looks amazing. Like, not to get all white girl on you guys, but I am gluten free, not by choice. I have a disease, and it's very much like a disease that occurs in people of Irish descent. So it happens to happen in like white people a lot. It's a real disease. Um, but I freaking love the food in Monster Hunter, and I want to eat it. And it's like, I know there's like a pop up cafe, not pop up. There's a Monster Hunter cafe in Japan, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat anything if I ever visit it. So until then, I'm stuck eating my own giant feasts that I prepare for one so that I can walk to Target, not fight a monster. Celiac, yes, it is a celiac comorbid disease called dermatitis herpetiformis, which makes your skin burn off. It's very real. If we have celiac deniers in the chat, it's real. It's super real. Ruined a lot of my early childhood and my teenage years because I didn't know I had it. Yeah, it's super painful actually. It makes your skin like melt off of your body, and it's very itchy and painful. Mosquito bites have nothing on it. But it's cool to see like the Monster Hunter because it's always like meat. It's always like meat, a flagon of who knows what, but I'm sure it dulls the pain. Like shrimp kebabs. That stuff looks amazing. That is absolutely where I would be if I were really in Monster Hunter. I would not be on the front lines hunting monsters and like running through mud and scrambling for my life. I would be in the kitchen. I don't even like cooking. But it's much easier than doing what hunters are doing. That's why you're so celebrated in the game. Is because you have the hardest job. Your job is ass. No one wants to do that job. Go fight Brachydios? Like, no. I won't survive that. I have the constitution of, like, a straw sculpture. Yeah, they look very meaty, which you can drink if you're gluten-free, because it is made from honey. A substance that comes from bees. I moved to Austin, Texas, March last year, and here in Austin, they actually have a very big mead culture, and I like mead. They have like really cool like craft meads here that you can't get anywhere else. I think it's tasty. Key of Destiny 99. How does she know that you have a skill issue? Is it written on the report? Or is it like a destroyed weapon that you have? Is it a piece of gear that doesn't work? What should be in her hand is basically what I'm saying. I like to imagine that like they have to write a they must have to do tons of paperwork because they're being funded by the guild, right? And I think that's what your handler does that we're so ungrateful for in Monster Hunter is that she's doing all the paperwork for you. Um so I imagine there's like a ton of paperwork that's just not part of the game because that's not fun. How many calories hunters eat, bro? That's in world that's a clean like 6,000 calories. That's so many. Hinoa sits at the bench, Minoto sits at the desk. That's right. She sits at like the multiplayer desk hub. And then Hinoa is the one who's like, Bunny Dongo is a taste of heaven. Because it's like, hello, I need to get my missions. And she's like thinking about lunch. She's counting the minutes till lunch. I would be with that person. I don't know whether to make her other foot more like standoffish or more flippant. I think I'm going to make it more flippant, where she's just like, yeah, I have a song in my head and I'm not going to interrupt it for the likes of you. I think that's the vibe we're going to go with. Hopefully, water solves that problem. My voice is very dry right now. I don't know how Let's Players do it. I have a new appreciation for them keeping their voices like moist for hours. How on earth? Like, bro. I can't do that. Let's check out this chat. I'm a Minnesota boy. All the Norse commanderies are awesome. Ja! Du talar svenska? It means do you speak Swedish? And no, yeah, it's a lot of calories. I used to have an eating disorder. I have been public about this, and I used to count calories, so I have a better idea of like how much they look like. And it looks like a lot. It looks like several days worth of food. Should be burning notebook, turn around, flipped open wide. Skill issue. Like, yeah. Like someone took a separate paper tally of every time you missed an iframe or like a true charge. Norwegian. You understand Norwegian? Norsk? That's cool. Norwegian, I understand a little bit of Norwegian because I studied Swedish and Danish, and Norwegian is sort of like the bridge in between those two. But I'm not super good at it. Like, I know that you guys use the yai instead of yaw for like I, and the vowels are a little bit different, but I think it's more grammatically closer to Swedish than Danish. Danish is more like influenced by the European countries around it. I love all those languages though. They're my favorite. That and Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. Well, actually, that would be her if she's crossed over. That would be her foot, and her toe would be on the other side. At least I think. I don't think they have like the heels on their shoes. Like the Vieira do in FF14. I think they just go up with the foot. She would have a smaller foot though. I'm sorry, Foot Guy 99. I know he's like screaming at me right now. You made the foot too big! I'm here for the foot content. Why have you done this to me? And this this is a very small foot. She's got like Pekingese feet. All right. And then this guy. Did we decide on a build for this guy? For Senor Skill Issue? You don't think she would put her feet up? It's too relaxed. Yeah, but he's got a skill issue. That's what I asked you 20 minutes ago. I was like, should her body language be standoffish or casual? All right, we can put her foot down. It's not a big deal. You can just have her be like regular disgusted when your body language is very like closed off to other people. Like me at like being like, sir, your appointment is over, you need to leave. There we go. Turned inward. Bring this down a little bit. And she's just like, go away. Like, it's obvious what the problem is. That's better? Okay. Hunger rope? Foot guy 99? I love this. We're creating our own lore, our own inside jokes to be treasured for all time. Maybe I can look up a build that's like half bow, half hammer. Because surely those things don't relate to one another, right? They always show them from the front. Is that Rachna Kadachi? What is the spider called? They might both use focus. Oh, do you have one in mind? If we have a trash build in mind, please do share. Backwards helmet. I'll definitely put his weapon upside down. Give them a Valstrax set. Dereliction. I don't even know that status. Gargoyle helm. Make the hunter seem dirty. He'll definitely be dirty. He might be like, I can make him like singed, half on fire. Heroics. Heroics is definitely a set that people try to use when they're not good at heroics. Like, I don't want to dunk on all heroics. Like, a lot of people are good at using it, a lot of people are not. Yeah. They cart like 30 times more. Yeah. What monster runs heroics though? Cuz like Magmadron came up. Rajang. Rajang did come up. Okay. I'll never get it from the back, so I'll have to use my skill here. Ironic. Where is plus on this keyboard? There we go. We can get like the little horns and all the fur. Fur is forgiving, thank God. Blessed is the Rajang set. The Palico. Is Palamute? This Palamute could be like a little dog. That would be kind of funny, right? Right, Minota, we drew you. You can go. You can go, milady. And then this guy, this beautiful man, he's our new friend here. This is Mr. Reference. Say hello. He's the guy causing you to cart. Though, why would you have Rajang if you were terrible at the game? I guess you could get carried. Like people will carry you through anything, right? It's because it's Rise and no longer an accomplishment. Dude, I went on several rants today about not shitting on Rise. Be nice. The sets are all lower health for offensive power. Noobs stay away from heroics. What's like the worst arms in the game? Is there like affinity sliding in Rise? Or like the Mushroom Answer set? I'm shitting on Rise Rajang. Yeah, a little. What was I did a Rise Rajang joke, and everyone was like, wait until Master Rank, and then no one ever came back to be like. Let me find that. I like that one. I don't remember what I called it though. You okay, Bo? Itchy? Hmm. What on earth? Maybe it didn't carry over. I've had like several laptops in the time that I've been doing Monster Hunter art. So sometimes they don't like get all the way over. And I won't realize I'm missing something until now. Hmm. That's a shame. It was funny. I liked it. Really? Oh yeah, because they need like one piece of armor, or they need to just like knock one thing off of him to make the set. Bro, if I need a set, I just grind it, and I'm not like, help me get it. Except for Tigrex. If my friend who helped me, who helped carry me through Tigrex is in the chat, not Tigrex. Tigrex has my number, and I struggle with his fight every single time. It's just that monster I can't beat. Everyone has that monster that shouldn't be as hard as they are for them, but they just are. They've they just get around their skills, and they're not fun, even though they're fun for everyone else. Because, like, people love T-Rex, and I'm like, I hate dealing with this monster. It's not fun for me. I know I posted it here. Now I can save it. Okay, here's my Rajang joke for everyone. Broly Rajang for Broly enthusiasts who might be here today. Yeah, I know you don't like Izuchi. I'm gonna laugh at you for that one though. I love Izuchi. Just run at him. Just hit him. You can be aggressive with Izuchi. He's not like a very pretty monster or very. He doesn't have a whole lot of staying power, but I think he's fine. The drawings that Minoto draws as the DLC armor. That's cute. You're gonna have to point out to me which armor it is though, because I don't know what they look like. I need my handheld a little bit here. Angry pickle variant, bro. Devil Joe. I hate fighting Devil Joe. I hate Devil Joe. I haven't fought him in Rise, but I did fight him in World. And even though I have a hunting horn, I was just like, I can't reach this monster. He's so tall. Like Gold Devil Joe, when that came out, when like Tempered Devil Joe dropped, and I had to fight him. Tempered Devil Joe is like in the ceiling. He's like 12 feet tall before you hit the hitbox. So what, you want me to like fight his toes? And then he spins around like a carnival ride. He's so. I hate fighting Devil Joe. Devil Joe and T-Rex. Just. And their music's not fun. I'll forgive a monster if it's not fun if they have like really like fire music. Raging Brachydios. I have not fought him. Or should I say, I have avoided him. I'll be honest. He looks hard. He looks really hard, and I know that people like did not have a fun time with him when he dropped. Cause I watched footage of those hit boxes and I was like, where? Bro, where do you hide? Sometimes they drop monsters that just there is nowhere to hide. Too bad. Get good. You have to be so aggressive, and that's like it's hard. I'm gonna move Mr. Skill Issue over so he doesn't interfere with these lovely hands that tell him how much he sucks. At least this armor set is nice and easy to draw from the back. You know, we'll just have an in-lore explanation that he got carried through Rajang. His buddy Dennis was like, "Bro, log on, I'll clear him for you." And then Dennis, who was a god at fighting Rajang, kicked his ass and got him the armor set. Dennis McMonkey, we'll call him that. That's his name now. His canon name. I sound so congested. I'm so sorry. What do I mean, avoid? Yeah, because I haven't beaten it. Shut up. I apologize. I took so much Claritin before the stream because I didn't want to be like sniffling, and now there's like literally no water left in my body. It's very drying. This is a cool armor set though. It looks very comfy because of all the fluff. It's not quite it either. Yeah, I guess she'd be just holding it up, not whatever I had is wrong. Oh, you timestamped the DLC armor. Thank you for me. Thank you. Now I can draw it, even though I drew something. This is another spot where the music disappears. Can we get it back? We're starting over, ladies and gentlemen. So that's been, oh my god, almost 3 hours. Oh, you got the screenshot for me. Thank you. Okay, I'll look. You want me to have him wear that? Does this have any skills attached to it, or is it just cosmetic? Tell me the truth. Have a good night, dude. Thank you so much for coming. I'll put your doodle up on Instagram so you can see it later. This has been super fun for me. But seriously, Goji, does this armor have anything on it, or is it just layered? Aw yee! Bo, don't lick your feet. Good boy. What if we just let Key of Destiny 99, like, have the Richang armor? What do you think, Destiny? Do you want him to be wearing the DLC armor, or would you like him to wear this? Bro, if he's not here, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna feel like a big ol' stinker. Whatever's easier. I drew one of them. Are you happy with the Rajang armor? You're happy? Okay. Then we'll leave it like this. I'll fix up her bench so she's not floating in space. You should check out Wild Hearts, by the way. I think you personally would really like it. Put a butt cheek. That's funny. This is a little better. Right. Oh, okay, so I'm thinking of closing the stream here. But is there anyone who super had their heart set on a doodle who didn't get a chance? Because I'll stick it out for you guys. Because I see that there's 10 of you now and I've only drawn 3 doodles. So raise your hand right now. If you wanted a doodle and you didn't get one, you tell me. Because I'll hang out. Rory. Okay. Is there anyone else? You're curious? Rory is my brother's dog and he's beautiful. It's his birthday. Is it actually? Yeah, it is his birthday. Oh no. My brother is exposing that I didn't send a present for his dog's birthday. Ooh. Mm. Okay. Rory Palamute. Let me get a picture. I'll do it. I've definitely got beautiful pictures of Rory. He's so cute. We can draw the hunter. It just gives context to her saying skill issue. I already drew him, so it's fine. Just because it came up in my favorites. Here's the art I made on a bus. It was my bus art. Isn't that cool? It's good shit. Now let's see Rory. Look at this dog. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't this the most beautiful dog? He's so handsome. The next step is drawing for F1. Stay tuned for my next stream where I design the O-Dog Charon 2023. Yeah, we have big dogs. He's a good boy. He's a big good boy. Let me look at some. Yeah, I know. He misses my dog. My dog and my brother's dog are basically brothers. Let me look up the Palamute armor. There we go. Yeah, his coat darkened as he got older. That happens in collies from this particular breeder. You link pics? Let me go look. Where did you link pics? I don't see them. Are you trolling me again? Bro. The imager link? Oh. Oopsie. Oh, that is a lot of them. Yeah, he does look dark. He looks like Grandpa. Do you want his ears up or down? I guess they would go up. They're up here. Up. I think so. Hi there. Hi, Snipes. Snipes English. Sorry, I didn't mean to have so much sniffing in the mic. I am doing okay. I'm doing alright. How are you? You having a good Monday? Having a good week? Thank you for coming out for the stream, by the way. Make him smile. Okay, I'll make him smile. He does always smile. Dude, have a good night. Thank you so much for coming. I know it's slowing down a little bit here because I'm so concentrated on capturing this dog's likeness, but I really appreciate you coming. And I hope you join us next time. You have a good night, dude. Dogs are hard to draw. There's just something about them that I struggle with, even though I consider myself pretty good at drawing animals, but dogs are hard. Do you dermatitis? No. Um my dog Bo has dry skin sometimes. But it's not dermatitis, which is like an inflammation of the skin. Um are you asking about like collies in general or just our dogs? The thing that collies suffer from most is eye problems. That's like the thing that runs in the breed that you need to watch out for. We'll give him like little daggers. Man, Roy with daggers. I would hate to see it. He's a very energetic, smart dog. I'm not sure he needs knives to cause trouble. Oh, um, I'm sorry to hear that. First of all, that he has dermatitis. I think I think that most dogs, not most dogs, most veterinarians in this country cite food as the problem for skin problems. They usually suspect allergies for things like that. Have you changed his food at all? Would be like the follow up question. And my understanding is that even if you change their food, like they can still suffer from it for quite a long time. So I don't know. And I'm sorry to hear about that. I don't want to hear about Fred having skin problems. I know that in small dogs, especially, allergies are super common and it causes things like that. Bryn, do you want me to have his feet trim? That's a terrible foot. I apologize to this foot. Dog feet are hard though. Yeah, and try fresh food. That's my guess too. But he's so old that changing his food might not get you the result that you want, right? I had a pug who had pretty bad allergies and she never had any energy. And she had been on a hypoallergenic food for a really long time. And then the second that we changed her food, all of a sudden she had more energy. And her allergies weren't a problem anymore. Like she had no energy on her hypoallergenic diet, which we had given her for like years. So we felt pretty bad about knowing that food had been slowing her down. He eats what we eat, but we changed his skin got better. But his ear is really bad. Yeah, she got bloated on it. That could be bacterial. That's that's my guess. I'm not like a veterinarian. Please do not use this channel for veterinary advice, but ask Goji. Goji's way more on top of this stuff than I am. Cuz I know that like when you look up veterinary stuff and you need help, right? And you look up for solutions online, people are always like take your dog to the vet, which is like yeah, the brain dead answer, but sometimes it costs $400 to take your dog to the vet in America or more. Like just for a vet to see them. In New York City, it was crazy how much it cost to just have a vet like look at your animal. I would tell my breeder friends who were like upstate and stuff like that how much it cost to take my dog to the vet. They thought I was insane. They thought I was lying. It's nuts. Rory. I think I made his feet a little big though. He has a dainty collie feet. There we go. Yeah, that actually sounds like why is veterinary stuff so expensive? Because like a country vet is not this expensive at all. It sounds very much like they co- they charge this much because they can, because you'll spend whatever it takes to take care of your dog. I'm always like sus about veterinarians. Give him the little saddle with the cute little bow. Is there really? No, it's flat. Okay. There's just a texture on it that makes it look like it's a metal bump. And I went, you don't want a metal bump there. Not today. Cute little baby. Oops. And Roy's tail is always doing something fun. He has a long tail. Very foxy. I wish we had gotten a collie palamute. I thought maybe like we would get one, but I know they're popular in Japan, so I was a little bummed we haven't gotten one. Oops. No, Bo, don't bark. Don't bark just because Aniki's barking. Good boy. He had a tumor in his head? Yeah, there is. The US is fucked if you are poor. 100% true. It's nuts. The way we treat health in this country is mind boggling. Those cutie feet. His tail's not set that high, though. Looking kind of chunky. Well, excuse me. Probably that leg armor doesn't help. Tell you what, I'll maybe clean that up off of stream, but I'm gonna end the stream for now. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you join me on the next one. It was super fun to look at your suggestions and chat about Monster Hunter and Foot Guy 99. You're aces. Thank you so much for all of your support. I'm gonna put these up on Instagram, and I want to do another one soon because this was super fun. I'll work on drawing faster. I will prepare jokes in advance, and I'll try not to slow down at the end like I did today. But thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Have a great night and have a great week. Thank you.